world full of mundane podcasts, one show rises from the ashes. Critics are calling it outrageous. Podcasts, as we know it, will never be the same again. Tonight, prepare for an epic journey where every step could be your last. The destination, a place where no maps can show. The mission, to rise above the rest. The danger, unimaginable. The reward, a shit ton of weed and laughs. It's going to blow your mind. This is 2B Bloods. So sit back, turn up the volume, grab your weed, get ready to light those bloods.
You're tuned in to another episode of
To Be Blood
with Peezy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following podcast is scheduled for one fall.
That's right, 2B Blood Podcast. We are back, episode 19. We're smoking Banquet weed. In studio, I got the Scott. Say what up, Scott. There you go. We got Frank Knox.
Yes, sir!
And your host, the P to the double EZ. And we are back following quite the episode last week. Right from Halloween, right into the Thanksgiving gimmicks. You know, people already putting up their Christmas shit. It's devastating.
Yeah, it's happened immediately, man. You go to the grocery store, all you see is holiday decor.
It's crazy.
Everywhere. It's everywhere.
Scott would know. Scott, well, Walmart's probably flooded.
Oh, man, we've had the Christmas shit up since April.
Since April?
I'm sorry, August.
What? August? Jeez, wow. Well, we've got a great show today lined up. We're going to talk about the big NXT versus the main roster invasion. The startup to the build-up for Survivor Series has begun. Don Kincaid is back. We'll be calling the hotline today. We got Ryan Fraust, who's going to call in and talk about Battlefront Pro Extreme this Saturday, their inaugural event. Plus, I'm a married man now.
That's right.
Woo!
You got the ring to
I'm
prove it.
sporting the hardware right here, baby. Look at it. That's right. Scott trying to talk about the wedding food was shit. Huh? Now look at him. I told Scott if you ever talk shit again.
I've learned my lesson.
The wedding was great. Don't let him fool you.
It was amazing.
And I'm fucking straight off the fucking honeymoon, baby. Woo! I'm all fired up. I'm glad to be back. 2B Blood Podcast. Make sure you call in. We got a lot to talk about. We want to know what you guys think, your opinions, whatever you want to say. 860-384-7110. The lines are live. We are live on Facebook yet again.
That's right. We're live. We're streaming.
That's right. And before we go any further, you know what time it is.
What time is it?
The ceremonial lighting of the blood. Oh, what the fuck is that? Frank Knox already, you know. Turn the damn phone off, damn it. We got important things to do right here.
Sorry, I'll turn the volume off on that.
So right here, I got my King Pop loaded. I'm about to get this podcast kicked off. So I ask you, are you ready?
I'm ready, Peezy.
I'm ready.
I said, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let me see you light it.
Then,
Smoke.
for the three of us in this podcast studio and the hundreds listening at home, let's get ready to smoke it. Tell him, Frank.
And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
Smoke it! That's right, we're back, damn it. Episode 19.
Never left.
We're live as fuck. Woo! The King Palm, baby. After a couple weeks of smoking bongs, you know, which I told Frank I would never do again.
You had a week of smoking your pen too, right?
That's right, yeah, because exactly, on the honeymoon, I had no weed.
Really?
I had only smoked once on the whole honeymoon, the actual flower. Otherwise, I had my live resin pen, you know, and I've been using that. So right here,
Feels good. Is this your first blunt since you've been back?
it's my first blunt since we've been back. No lie.
Wow.
No lie.
Super ceremonial lighting right
That's right. So what we got here,
The first blunt as a married man.
that's very true, Frank. That is very true. The first blunt as a married man. And goddamn it feels good. It feels good. What are you doing over there?
I'm trying to get back to these comments on Facebook because my iPad wasn't pulling them up, so I had to use the phone.
Oh, no. Wow.
here. Jack of all gimmicks over here.
Yeah, I know. Frank Knox, man in the Facebook Live. Make sure you got comments. Leave comments. We'd rather you call in, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you'll just call in. We'll be reading your comments, but don't expect too much of a response. We want you to call in.
We want to hear your lovely voices.
You know, we got high voltage Omar saying burn it up, hippy dicky mood.
Oh, word?
Saying smoke it up.
That's what we're doing. That's right.
What
That's what I'm talking about. Strain of the week. We got here Critical Kush. Critical Kush is from Barney's Farm, mostly indica strain that blends together 2 famed cannabis staples, Critical Mass and OG Kush.
Barney, like the big purple dinosaur?
Not quite the same thing. Not quite the same thing. It's got aromatic notes of earthiness and spice, ushering a calming sensation that relaxes the mind and the body. Here you go, Frank. Try it out. Critical Push pairs a staggeringly high THC content, which we love here on the show, and a moderate dose of CBD, which we also love on the show. Because it doesn't matter. As long as it comes from the plant, we like it.
We
Hence-
smoke it.
That's right. It also makes it a perfect nighttime strain for pain, stress, insomnia, and muscle spasms, which if you're a pro wrestler, you probably have lots of. You already know. Like I said, we are live on all the gimmicks. Man, talk about a fire-ass weekend. Me, I'll tell you what. I am not still 100% here. I'm here in the studio right now, but I spend all week post-honeymoon trying to figure out what day it even was. All right? Monday, I get back, right?
Okay.
Now, Sunday, I get back. We actually go to the gym that day,
Okay.
right? Now, next day is Monday. I took Monday off,
Smart man.
right? So I'm up Monday. I'm doing shit, grocery shopping, whatever, adulting.
Yep.
And so I'm thinking to myself the whole day, I got to go to the gym, 5 o'clock. I got to meet with my trainer, blah, blah, blah. So at 5 o'clock comes, I roll out to the gym. I show up, I stretch, I'm ready to go. I'm all fired up.
Yep.
I go to my trainer. He's standing there, right, just sitting outside a little trainer box, just chilling there, looking around. And I'm like, yo, what's up, man? How's it going? Or we're talking about the honeymoon, whatever. And I'm like, dude, I do not want to step on the fucking scale today. I was just on my honeymoon for a straight week.
That's what I was thinking.
Let's go right to the workout. And he stops and he looks at me. He's like, sure. Tomorrow? I'm like, tomorrow? What do you mean tomorrow? He's like, it's Monday. Your training day's Tuesday. And I was like, fuck. Fuck.
bullshit.
Yeah, fucking no good piece of shit. Sunday night, I'm sitting home. I'm playing video games. Just got back, right? I'm like, oh, it's 8:45. Let me turn off the games and put on Raw.
Yeah, you told me, you're like, yo, man, Raw's on tonight.
That's too funny. Did he? So you actually came back the next day? He couldn't just take care of you.
Oh,
Right
I
then
don't
and
even
there
know
now?
if he said I was waiting for a client. That's why I was standing there. I'm like,
gotcha.
dude, come on.
Well, motherfucker, I'm right here and I'm your client. So
That's right.
let's go.
I'm ready to go. So I had to work it out by myself. But either way, the point being is that I've just been so out of it, that being back doesn't even feel real at this point. I spent the whole week in Florida. Mm-hmm. I went to the Disney World. I went to, Universal Studios. We did the haunted gimmicks, the celebration of Halloween.
Nice.
Which is
That's
pretty
right.
sick.
You were there on Halloween.
And you must have had some nice weather, huh? Like we've been getting over here lately.
Oh, yeah. No, real good weather.
Nice weather. Scott's fucking
That's
cold.
right.
My nipples are hard all day.
So then from there, we drive down
That's
to
what I'm saying.
fucking
You got to enjoy nice weather.
South Florida. I'm in South Florida for a fucking week. 4 days, 5 nights, whatever it is. 5 nights, 4 days.
Flow.
Just fucking chilling,
Yep.
eating, drinking, smoking.
There you go.
It was great.
And you were right by Hogan's Beach Shop, right?
That was in Universal. That was when I
Okay.
was in Orlando. Yeah, the hotel I was staying at was literally a block away from Hogan's Beach House.
Nice.
Brother. I didn't get to go. I took a couple pictures, which you guys saw.
Yeah.
Hey, Scott,
But
did you miss this?
that's right, blowing the rips in the Scott's face.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute since you got
That's a
contact
good
high,
rip
Scott.
right there.
Man, contact high. What about you guys? What did you guys do this weekend?
Man, listen, my weekend was real boring. I set my clock back, and that screwed me up for the
That
week.
fucked me off.
Oh, dude, that was half my problem too, was the daylight savings.
This weekend, man, I was still fucking sick,
Terrible.
dude. It's
I feel like it's
terrible.
midnight right now outside.
It's terrible.
Midnight. You really think it's that bad?
It's so dark, and maybe I'm just so tired. I feel like I should be asleep right now. I don't know.
Well,
You guys got me perked up, though. This podcast has got me perked up, though.
That's right. He's fired
perked up. Don't talk about the perks. Scott's over here talking about perks.
All the wrestlers will start calling in, wonder where to get a script.
Oh, God. That's true. That's true. So, that was it? That's it? I mean, really? That's it, Scott? You didn't do shit?
I mean, on Friday, I went to, my favorite brewery. I went to Treehouse. I had to get some limited edition released cans of beer.
Guy loves his treehouse.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dog.
Holy cool.
So
Wow.
I probably dropped like $120 for some beers, and yeah, that's kind of like what I did.
$120 on some beers.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
That was like for about 24 cans. It wasn't all for me though. I got it for some other people. Do some trading.
It's a black market out
There's
there.
not a black market
Yeah.
on this stuff.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
What do you mean a black market?
Like you buy
just like-
something for $5, you sell it for $50.
Dude, like there was a place yesterday. They sold out of a beer in like an hour and a half. So people are like going crazy trying to get it.
What's
and if
that,
I would have known,
Alvarium beer?
no, it was actually New Park, which is like a mile away from where I work. If I would have known, I would have just left work and got it. But so now, like they want to get this beer. So you give them other beers that you have, and
Take a little bit of this, get a little bit of that.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Right?
That's what it's about.
Gee, Frank, nothing really other exciting, huh?
Dude, I was sick, man. I was sick before your wedding. I was sick during your wedding, after your wedding.
Jesus.
And today is the first day where I feel like back to normal.
Really?
I'm right there
So
with
like
you, man.
2.5 weeks, this cold like lingered and lingered and lingered. I watched the UFC, which was great. Bad motherfucker title. The Rock was there.
That's
giving
right.
It out.
The great one.
Came out to his own theme music.
The people chirp.
He did. 'Cause I was so happy. I was telling the guys I was with, I was like, I hope The Rock comes out to his theme music. Sure enough, boom.
How do you think they booked that one? I mean, he must have to pay Vince, right?
Well, the UFC and the WWE are definitely major crossovers.
Think they're in
happening.
cahoots?
Yeah, they're in cahoots.
Maybe,
They're in
yeah.
cahoots. Well, since we're over here smoking, I got a funny ass thing. Did you guys see the Kids Bop Lady video?
Yo, I did.
You haven't seen this? Dude, I got to play the quick clip, all right? There's this lady who looks like a typical fucking Karen,
Yep.
right? There's people are in the car. I don't know the backstory, but all I know is there's people in the car, and this lady, this Karen lady, is yelling through the window, calling this girl a bitch and talking mad shit. She's being rude.
I think the backstory is.
Ooh, Scott's got something.
Yeah, no, I think what happened was because I think the guy that pulled in next to her, because it's in a parking lot, either he almost hit the car or he almost hit one of her kids or something.
Is that what it is?
And that caused her to do what you're going to tell us about. But
So
I
basically,
think that's the backstory.
All
Think.
right.
Not 100% sure, but I think that's what
I'll play
happened.
this clip for Frank, because Frank apparently hasn't seen this yet.
It's a visual thing too, or
Oh, no. I mean, you're going to play it's an audio clip. That's all you really need.
Yeah, what he was
the audio is what
This
gets
lady starts talking shit, and they're accusing her like being swearing and shit, and she had kids in the car.
in her car, not in that car.
And
right?
the lady
in her
was
own car.
like swearing and shit. She's like trying to like way to set an example for your kids.
Yeah.
Well,
Cute too.
I'm sorry.
see what happens here.
Really
You
sorry.
are.
No, it's my
It
fault.
is your fault.
Yeah, I know it's my fault. That's why I'm saying sorry. Eh?
She thinks it's cute that her driver almost hit my kids. And she thinks she needs to take a video of it instead of apologizing like a saint.
So stopping in the middle of the road is going to help?
Oh my God.
You being a bitch is gonna help.
I didn't say anything.
I don't know.
Wow.
Calm down.
Wow.
Calm down.
Calm down.
It's okay, I'm sorry.
He apologized.
It's my fault.
He apologized.
Yeah, I know. It's
And
my
you know what? That didn't upset me. But the bitch ass hoe.
Sorry.
That
Whoa,
you
you-
need to calm down. What I'd like you to do is apologize instead of being a bitch.
You're calling me sorry, but you're calling me a bitch. So set an example.
I'm sorry. My kids can't hear me calling you a bitch.
Your window's open.
They can't hear me because they're listening to Kids Bop. That's dick.
They can't hear me because they're listening to Kids Bop.
Oh, this is the greatest comeback ever.
What? They can't hear me. They're listening to Kids Bop. Dude, the
Kids Bop
internet's
is what,
crazy.
like now that's what you call music.
Yeah,
For
where
the
they take
children?
basically every song that's got profanity and they make it into some corny ass shit. You know? That's what it is. They'll take like sexy racist songs, or racy, not
So
racist.
instead of like
Why
slob
didn't they
on
just
my
take-
knob,
why didn't they
like
just take
corn on
every
the
pop
cob, it's like
song?
butter your knob.
yeah,
Eat corn on
that's
the cob.
right. Butter your corn. Yeah, it'd be something
Butter
like
your
that.
corn. Eat your cob.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Right. It'd be something ridiculous that kids could sing to.
All right.
Here's something else that's ridiculous that I was reading, all right? Snoop Dogg has a personal blunt roller on salary.
Yeah.
This guy pays a person between 40 to 50 grand per year to roll blunts for him, he said during a recent appearance on the Howard Stern show. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me, right? So then Seth Rogen, oh my God.
Unknown caller.
Well,
Sorry.
we got a caller.
We got a caller. I guess we might as well just answer the caller.
Is it the blunt roller? Is he calling in?
I wonder if it is the blunt roller.
Apply within.
2B Blunt Podcast, what's your name? Where you calling from? Oh,
I hear someone
I hear someone talking too.
Unknown caller.
What the heck is this?
I don't know what's going on.
Live TV, folks.
2B Blunt Podcast, what's your name? Where you calling from?
All right, tell him.
What's going on, man? This is Brian the Blunt Roller.
Brian the Blunt Roller. Wow.
Brian the Blunt Roller.
Wow.
How you guys doing?
Bro, what do you got yourself on speaker here? You got to turn that down, yo.
yeah,
Turn off the
down.
speaker.
What are you still rolling blunts down there?
Yeah, we're still rolling blunts down here.
So you're telling me that you're right now rolling blunts with Snoop Dogg listening to our podcast.
I wish, buddy. I'm sitting in my office working.
Oh man, you should be rolling blunts.
Damn, yo.
Just wanted to call and laugh with you guys for a minute. So
My man, where you calling from?
He's my brother, man.
Oh, it's fucking Frank Knox's brother, Brian. How the fuck am I supposed to know that?
Jesus, Peezy, get it together.
Wow, Frank Knox's brother,
calling all
Brian.
the way from Miami, baby.
It's Brian Knox.
Brian Knox on the line.
Brian Knox in the house.
Wow,
He is the best blunt roller, man. He taught me how to roll a blunt.
that's right. I've smoked plenty of blunts with your brother, Frank.
Yeah, he taught me how to roll a blunt.
There you go.
My
I figured it was
man.
an appropriate time to call since we were talking about rolling blunts.
It's always an appropriate time if we're talking weed.
Which, by the way, I have not rolled a blunt in, I would say, at least 2 years. So I think tonight after work, it's going to be time to roll up a
That's
blunt.
probably the most upsetting thing and disappointing thing I've ever heard.
Luckily for me and Peezy, we get to smoke one every Thursday.
That's right. At least once a week, we're guaranteed to smoke a blunt.
Well,
Wow.
Next time I'm up, I'll have to roll one for you.
Yeah, next time you're up, you better come up and come in the studio.
I would love to.
Yes,
All
I
right,
would
well,
too.
you guys have fun. I just had a moment, and I just wanted to share a little love for you guys. You guys are absolutely hilarious, and I enjoy my Thursdays.
Thanks,
listening and
man. We
watching.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
Much
man.
love.
Thanks for calling in.
Thanks for the call.
All right, guys. Talk to you later.
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 Brian Knox.
That's right. The best blunt roller in the country.
Wow.
Snoop Dogg should hire that guy.
I know. Speaking of, I was going to say, Jeez. Well, now that he said that, the blunt went out. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to light the blunt back up. And when we come back, we're going to talk to my man, Johnny Benson. And we're going to discuss the funniest comic and CT contest live on the air. He's calling in. It's going to be sick. But
That's
first,
gonna be great.
we have a blunt to light. And we're going to do it right here on the 2B Blunt Podcast.
What? Shit.
CT, baby. CT, baby. Project P. It's going down. We finish showing what we bout. And how we hold it down. Yeah. What? Yeah. It's going down like this. Tell the people what you represent. Hot bird, boy. Tell the people what you're throwing up. Dirty water, bitch. Tell the people what you represent. M-Town, boy. Tell the people what you're throwing up. CT, bitch. 860. 860. 860. 860. 203. 203. 203. 203. Who am I? Roger PCT, representer. I don't play. I'll burn your block in every season, even winter. If you rep your hood, throw 'em up. See, I'm like a black cat. When you cross me, I'ma give you bad luck. If you tell me step up, I do it, you step back. Tell me you don't wanna fight. You lying about your gat. You a shit talker, bitch slapper. I don't wanna fight. Bust a mean mugger. Talk about you, leave me in the dust, buster. I hope you're ready, cause I'm bringing it down. I'm finna show you how we do it in the fucking M-Town. But I know that I didn't stutter. You so fake, I could take a hit and say I can't believe it's not butter. So I'm sending this one out to the people with some doubt, or a little lack of confidence who don't know what I'm about. Don't forget what's my name when you hearing this voice. Ain't no charging all your haters, better check your invoice. Tell the people what you represent. Hot bird, boy. Tell the people what you throwing up. Dirty water, tell the people what you represent. M-Town, boy. Tell the people what you throwing up. 860. 860. 860. 203. 203 is going down.
What's good? It's your boy the coach from the WWE Golf Channel, PGA Tour, EA Sports Madden. You know what time it is. To Be Blunt Podcast with my boys, Frank Knox and Peezy.
To Be Blunt Podcast. We are back, baby. And live on the phone, I have my man from the Beer Man Beer Podcast, Johnny Benson. What's up, bro?
Hey, Peezy.
Wow, it's Moonshine's cousin.
What's happening, Peezy?
What's up, man? What is going on?
Hope you guys got some good beers to go with all that good weed.
So let me tell you, right now, you're going to be a little disappointed because right now, only one of us is drinking actual beer.
Ah!
And that would be the Scott. Scott, tell them what you're drinking.
Scott, man.
Ooh, man, I'm drinking straight out of Other Half. It's actually a collaboration. Other Half out of Brooklyn and Silicon Valley, I assume out of California. It's called
that's my shit right there, man.
Yeah, man. It's called Not Hot Dog. It's Imperial IPA, baby. I love my IPAs.
Scott, you and Johnny would get along real good, yo. This dude runs his own beer podcast.
Ooh, wow. Maybe they need to have the Scott over there for Stump The Scott.
What's the name of this podcast? I got to write it down right now.
It's beer, man. Beer.
It's literally the Beer Man Beer Podcast. Look, you can find it on all platforms. But why you're calling today is we're here to talk about the comedy contest coming up this weekend, right here. It's going to be the funniest comic in CT contest.
That's it. It was started in June. We had 54 comedians. We are now down to the final four.
The final four.
Battle it out. Final four, man. I'll give you their names. Paul Taro, Dave Sheehan, Dr. Jay Sute, and Giancarlo Biondino will be there.
Now, there's a big cash prize if one of them wins, correct?
There's $3,500 altogether in cash and prizes, plus 14 gigs from bookers and promoters throughout the Northeast.
Wow.
That's a great opportunity for someone. So who's the favorite going into this final?
That's right, man. Who's the favorite? We gotta know.
Most pop.
You know, I gotta tell you, I can't call it because these four guys have been like number one in their brackets every week. So this is really, really going to be a hard competition, man. I couldn't call it right away, and I'm judging the show, so I can't just say it.
Well, I'm rooting for Dr. Jay Sute because he's a doctor.
He's got a gimmicky name, right?
Yeah, he's got a great name.
He's totally got a gimmick name.
But he is actually a pediatrician. So
Shut the fuck up. He's a real doctor.
That guy at the Funny Bone, and he is fucking great. He was a pediatrician. Older guy, maybe in his 50s.
Come on.
And he's a pediatrician. This guy had me pissing my pants,
man.
Peezy.
Come on.
He's the Britt Baker of Connecticut comedy.
Oh, all right. Look at that. Got the drops. I like it already. Now it's going to be right Scott's favorite place, Treehouse, the comedy club.
Get out of here.
Right there in Westport, you get tickets at treehousecomedy.com.
That's going to be wild, man. That's going to be wild. I mean, it's going to be a huge show. It's going to be a great opportunity for somebody to, make a little money and get exposure with these shows going on. I mean, it's a really cool thing you guys have been putting on. Now, this started in June with 54 comedians, yeah. And we've narrowed it down to 4.
10 of short of an NCAA bracket.
It's like American Idol, man. You lose one every week.
Damn, I'm real sorry that I couldn't be there, bro. And I wish I could be there for this show.
Hey, you got to take bumps, man.
That's right. We'll talk about that
later. Going
later.
on at the Treehouse Comedy Club, this whole competition, or it's scattered all over the state?
It was a little scattered. We did a little bit at the Elbow Room in West Hartford.
Okay.
And we also did some up at the Windsor Lock. We also did Bobby V's a couple shows there, but most of it was in Westport. The finals are going to be in Westport.
Nice.
So, beautiful club in Westport.
Well, good luck to all those comedians. And I got Dr. J. Who do you guys got?
I mean, how can I pick anybody else? You tell you
Just
what.
off his name.
There's one guy I like right here. Giancarlo Biondino.
Giancarlo?
That's another good gimmick name.
Got to be one of your cousins, right?
That sounds like one of my. That's what I mean. It sounds like one of my cousins.
Giancarlo Biondino.
I bet he's got a good recipe for sauce, right?
Oh, he's got the sauce.
He's got that good pizza.
Homeboy's got the sauce. So Johnny, we got you on air now. We were talking earlier today, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And you had mentioned that you were interested in trying to stump the Scott.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying. The Scott's good, though, man. I mean, I'll see what I can do. I'm a lifelong wrestling fan, so, I know my stuff,
This is
man.
the heavyweight matchup we've been looking for,
That's right.
Two beer
men.
enthusiasts.
That's right.
And two wrestling.
We're going to do something, Scott.
Gods.
We're only in segment 3 right
Listen,
now.
this is what's going to happen.
The battle of the best.
Johnny, are you ready to play Stump the Scott?
I'll play Stump the Scott.
All right, we're going to play Stump the Scott right here on the 2B Blunt Podcast, impromptu featuring Johnny Benson, who's got questions for the Scott. Scott, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Who is hosting Stump the Scott today?
Bud Griffin. You already know. Brought to you by Treehouse Comedy Club, the CT Best Comic. Going down this weekend, 8 p.m., Treehouse Comedy Club. Johnny Benson.
Stump the Scott.
Are you ready to stump the Scott?
I'm going to try.
All right, Scott. You ready?
Scott, what are
I'm
you
ready.
gonna find out
ready.
for?
All
What are you
right,
doing?
Johnny. Ask your question for the Scott.
All right, Scott, can you name the 2 holders of the Western States Heritage title?
I don't even know where that's from.
The holder of the Western
I don't know
State
where it's from either.
Heritage
Sal,
title.
you know?
No, I've never even heard of that before.
Never heard of the Western States Heritage title.
These are 2 current
That's a
holders.
little younger
right
than me, I guess.
You gotta tell you what, you stumped Bud Griffin.
And Frank
I think you might have stumped the planet on that one.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you.
But you don't got to set the clock.
You don't want me to set the clock?
No, it's all right. I forfeit. I give
Oh,
the
no.
I wave the white
If
flag.
I give you, tell you what, if I give you,
Dusty Rhodes.
He wants to give a hint.
if I give you a hint, if I give you like a time span, would you be able to come up with a couple wrestlers?
Maybe. Let's see.
I would say late 80s NWA.
All right.
Okay, hold on. 30 seconds on the clock.
This is the first lifeline Scott has ever been given.
Scott.
Late 80s NWA.
Late 80s NWA. I don't even know the name of the title anymore.
Either Western Gate State.
The Western something. Western gimmicks.
I don't like. All right, I'm just gonna go. This is the first name pop in my head. I can spend all the time thinking about it, but I'm just gonna go with these 2 names that came in my head. I'm gonna say Manny Fernandez and Rick Rude.
Nah,
Ah,
it's close. Close, though.
Oh,
Can we tell you who it was?
that's right. You might as well.
We all want to know.
Yeah, because I don't know.
I hope it wasn't Adrian.
It was
Ross in there.
Barry Windham and Larry Zbyszko.
Ah, all right.
Wow. Well, John, thanks for playing Stump the Scott. Sorry, Scott. Better luck next time.
That's all right. I'll be sure to promote this weekend's comedy club at Treehouse there.
That's right.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
All right, man. Thanks for calling in.
All right.
All right, bro.
Later.
Thank you, man. Let's get you on Beer Man Beer soon.
Absolutely. We got to get together.
All right, man.
My name is Brian Pillman Jr. I am 1/3 of the New Heart Foundation on Major League Wrestling, and you are listening to
Peezy
on the To Be Blunt podcast.
Yeah.
Wow, the Scott's over here already.
All right.
He's
Well,
making a scene.
Maybe we need to reformulate things and just tell people Scott is only a master of one brand.
That's WWE.
WWE.
Maybe that's what it is.
I mean, I can do a little bit more, but yeah, NWA.
WCW is
I mean,
pushing
it's a
it,
little,
right?
it's a little,
You could
it's a
probably
little
get
tough for me.
WCW.
Was that
stuff.
even an NWA belt, or was he just referring those dudes wrestled?
I don't know. Any comments about it on the Facebook?
No, just my brothers commented, and then I called in. So
He
shout out
commented
them.
and called in.
Yeah.
Wow, we've already played Stump the Scott once, and all hell broke loose.
And then we had the ones I've mentioned earlier.
I got to see if I can redeem myself later on in the show.
Good
I
luck.
hope so. I got Survivor Series questions for you, Scott.
Oh boy, I know. I just got some regular gimmicks, but we're gonna find out a little more. Right now, we're gonna get into a little weekly news. You already know the number one source for all the news you need right here, the To Be Blunt Newsroom on the To Be Blunt podcast. That's right, and let's kick things off right here. It's the first headline, which I'm sure you've already heard. Man fatally stabbed in fight linked to Popeye's chicken sandwich. How many times now have we covered Popeyes versus Chick-fil-A?
That's the third time.
For the third time since
still
we
have to
started.
get a sandwich, and I'm very glad because I did not want to risk my life like this, man.
It was like a 6-week hiatus where these chickens were out, and now they finally came back this weekend.
That's
And
right.
this
Yeah.
is
So
what
everybody
happens.
starts going nuts immediately. So this guy stabbed to death in Maryland on Monday outside of a Popeyes restaurant. And it appears both men, they were standing in line waiting for the release of the new chicken sandwich because, that, like Scott said, they've been sold out for 6 weeks, you said?
No, they had the craze, and they were sold out within hours every day, and then they just pulled it off the menu.
I got you. So now it's back.
Now it's back.
So one guy decides he's going to cut this other guy in line. Right?
Bad move.
Officers arrive. They find 20-year-old guy in the parking lot, multiple stab wounds. All right? Where he was taken to a nearby hospital and then passed. The guy died.
It's a shame, man. All that over a fucking chicken sandwich.
Because he cut someone else in line for a fucking chicken sandwich.
Well, we don't know. Maybe it was the last sandwich, and he happened to cut him in line and get it.
Dude, all this insanity for a chicken sandwich, and people are getting stabbed up, sliced and diced.
Unbelievable.
I like what?
There's no way it was the last sandwich.
What's so good? What is so good about the sandwich? And that's why at this point I want to ask, because I know someone who has tried the sandwich.
Not me. I tried.
This guy right here, the Scott.
Yeah, so man, listen, so there's a Popeyes right by my work, right? So I was like, on my lunch break on Monday, I was like, I'll go to Popeyes.
Shit, I would too.
And I went, right?
Only during the day, though.
It's literally in walking distance. So I go, and it was still light out. It was probably like 3 p.m., I want to say. And let me tell you, drive-through. I did drive-through. Okay?
Uh-huh.
I know it was in walking distance, but I took my
that's
car.
Yeah.
All right?
So
Drive-through.
that discredits you right away, but...
Yeah, right?
Hey, I want to let you know it was walking distance, but I still took my car.
I took my car. But,
the better, though.
So
I mean,
listen,
it's hard for you.
it took, I want to say, like 20 minutes to get through this drive-through. The line was packed. Freaking, I get there, and the car in front of me, like, we're just at a standstill so much that the workers don't even know what's going on, because
Come on.
the lady at the drive-through teller, the one with the headset on,
Right.
she asked who she thought was the next person in her order. It was the same person she just asked 5 minutes prior, who had his window rolled up.
Come on.
And they were just at a standstill. And then it finally gets to me. I do my order, get my spicy chicken sandwich. But
Oh, God.
and I get it, and I eat it. But let me tell you, it's just, you know what it tasted like?
What?
It tasted like chicken because it's just a chicken sandwich.
Wow.
That's it. It's nothing special.
That's it?
It sure is nothing to stab anybody over. I mean, come on.
Was there any sauce on it?
Was it
Pickles?
all right? You know, there were pickles on there. There was some sort of like mayonnaise gimmick on it, I guess. But like,
So pickles and mayonnaise.
yeah,
That's it.
That's it.
Now, have you had the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich to compare it to? Or?
I haven't had them side by side, but like, you know,
you've
they're
had
just-
one in the past.
They're chicken sandwiches.
It's a
That's
chicken
it.
sandwich.
It's nothing to like.
And in the end, everybody's going crazy. You're telling me it's just a fucking mediocre
See, like,
sandwich.
I go crazy for beers. I have a beer app. I can rate my beers.
No, that's for sure.
If there's a chicken sandwich app, okay, well, guess what? There probably isn't one, and nobody's going to be rating chicken sandwiches because that's all they are. There's nothing special about them. They're not like to kill somebody over or to stab somebody.
Jesus. Wow. Well, I mean, so you've heard of the Scott's saying it's mediocre. If you've had the chicken sandwich from Popeyes, call in. Let me know what you think. Let all of us know what you think.
Yeah, is it worth dying over?
860-384-7110. Is it worth dying over?
If not, let us. If you
Scott
wanna
says
call
no.
in and let us know
It's
what
good if
is
you're hungry,
worth dying over. Call
but
us up
it's
as
not
well.
worth all this hype.
Well, apparently to somebody it is.
It's just a fucking chicken sandwich. It's fast food, dude. Like, there's always, the internet can hype anything these days. Unfortunately, it's a chicken sandwich today.
That's it. But it's just a chicken sandwich.
Tomorrow will be some like bloated cheesy tots or spicy nuggets.
They already got those, right? That's the new thing going on at Sonic, right?
Maybe one day we'll have the impossible chicken.
They have the Impossible Burger.
They got Impossible Chicken. Well, it's not the Impossible brand.
They're starting Impossible sausage, egg, and cheeses at Dunkin' tomorrow.
What?
And they're giving them away for free till Saturday.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know, I forgot last week to get my free tacos for the stolen base.
Yeah, I went there last year.
There was free tacos too, and no one told me.
Yeah.
2.5 hours I waited for a free taco.
You know, for real?
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Wow. So then, I don't know, man. The story's unbelievable. Let's move on. I still can't figure it out.
We're making our listeners hungry right now.
I know. Unless they have something else to say, I'm going to keep it moving. So there's all this, stupid ass stories in the news that I love to tell everybody. So let's talk about this guy in Iowa, fire chief, right? Jefferson City, allegedly driving, patient to hospital while he's drunk. So he finds these guys. Well, first of all, that's not exactly how it works. He was driving a patient to the Greene County Medical Center in Jefferson, Iowa, right? This guy apparently had been drinking before this. And that doesn't say anywhere in the news story how this guy even ended up with the ambulance or a patient that was in the ambulance. All I know is he was driving someone to the medical center, and he was on the radio phoning it in. And then that's when an officer heard him, and the guy was like slurring his words. Hey, I got a guy I wanted to bring to the hospital.
I have to put a fire out first. Can you please come pick up this person?
Fuck you, Marco Stud.
Oh my god. Yeah, that would be me. Only Marco was in the back of the ambulance.
Hi, officer. My name is Joe. I'm the lieutenant of the fireball department.
You're right.
Yeah, how many fireballs did he take that night?
I don't know, but apparently he was twice over the legal limit. Twice over the legal limit in Iowa. This fucking guy, right? So then there was this lady in Louisiana who got caught out writing fake doctor's notes for students for money.
Come on, how much?
So this lady, Melina Fondren, 52, she's farting, accused of selling fake medical excuses to two students on 14 different locations, right? It was known among these students that this lady was giving out these tickets for cheap.
Yeah, but what was she charging for him?
$20 fucking dollars.
What, dude? I would have fucking used her like every day of my life.
So these kids would just go get a $20, pay the lady, and she'd write doctor's note. They skip school.
$100 a week. You're on vacation.
You know how mint that would have been on test days?
I'm saying, where was that when we were in school?
Right?
These days, you got kids out here having sex with their teachers and shit. And you can get fucking doctor's notes from the fucking doctor by paying them off. Like, what's going on, man? Back in the day,
I was able to have sex with my teacher, or some of my teachers. Not
God, here we go.
And to have doctor's notes. You never wanted to have sex with one of your hot female teachers?
I never, ever actually had like a super hot T-shirt.
Some of these kids today, they don't know how lucky they are.
Dude, I'm telling you, I have not had one that I can remember.
See, I was lucky that I got out of Xavier just in time.
Yeah,
you know,
well.
because you had to stay. Was Mrs. Lane there?
Who?
The Spanish teacher?
I didn't take Spanish. I took
But
French.
she was like the only female teacher, and she was young. She looked good.
I don't remember
You've
her.
never had a teacher that you fanticized about?
Nah, bro.
I'm sure. Come on.
I'm telling you.
Listeners, if you ever had a teacher that you fantasized about, you gotta call in.
Dude, I never had a teacher that was like, oh, wow.
Somebody's got to call in and tell us teacher they fantasized about.
It must be the Middletown school system. It's shit. How did you end? You were a couple years behind me. That's why.
Well, I had Mrs. Lane at Xavier, and then I also had...
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
She was the Spanish teacher. But then when I went to Middletown High, there was female teachers.
Really?
The vice principal was hot as hell.
Well, I don't know, man.
Miss Pila, GP knows all about her. We used to get in trouble on purpose.
I remember her, but you're dropping names right now. What's going to happen if you see these people around town when they're listening to this?
Well, I'll say, hey, Miss Pila, nice to see you.
Oops, your caller just hung up. Goodbye.
Damn! Wow!
That might have been Mrs. Pila.
Somebody called in and then
baby, call back.
Well, how are you gonna call in and then hang up?
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
rude. Well, maybe they got.
And it probably was
disconnected.
Mrs. Pila.
That's rude.
Or is Mrs. Lane?
You know?
But who shot Mr. Plum or Professor Plum?
Listen, I'm just saying.
Scott, you're blowing up over here.
I
Turn
don't know
your
what's
ringer
going
off.
on.
You keep like just to
I gotta
flip
put
the
this on
switch.
silent.
I mean, what's
Sorry.
going on?
I don't know if it's the studio phone ringing or if it's Scott. You know, this guy's over here more popular than anybody else I've ever seen. Must be those NSYNC dance moves.
Maybe.
You know,
He's still so mad about that night.
I know. Well, salty dog over here. Anyways, so another story that I heard, and this one's a little extreme. So this naked guy was found in a chicken coop.
Once you said naked guy, I knew this wasn't going to be good.
Yeah. So police arrested Jefferson Falls, I'm going to print the guy's name, a Saturday morning after receiving a call from the homeowner in Louisiana's Brownville. I can't even say that. Cornville. Cornville. Anyway, so they're saying, they called the cops and they're listen.
Bacomville.
I can't say it, bro.
Bacomville.
I can't do it.
Anyway.
Bacomville.
Bacomville. So they say that, listen, there's this naked guy in my fucking backyard in a chicken coop. So officers arrive. They find the guy still naked, attempted to cleaning the chicken coop on the floor with his bare hands. No lie. And I'm sure if you ever seen a chicken coop, that's just nasty.
Gross.
I'm sure probably shit
So
everywhere.
Listeners can see my face right
He
now.
probably
It's
thought
a real
he
confused
probably
look.
thought it was meth or something, bro.
Well, speaking of which, Frank, officers examined Falls and noted dilated pupils, erratic, jerky body movements. And when they interviewed him, he admitted that he had done way too much meth.
Sounds about right.
And then attempted to have a conversation with the door of his vehicle. Let me in.
Wow.
Let me in. Probably scratching this shit all crazy. Oh, wow.
But man, were there chickens in there?
Oh, I don't know, man. So this guy's talking to his door, and when the door didn't answer him back, he got real upset. Took his anger out in the chicken coop, right? Let out all the birds and started fucking up the coop before he got arrested.
So he was in the coop,
Got
out of the coop naked, talked to his door.
Door didn't answer back.
And then all of a sudden,
He got pissed.
He got pissed off.
He got so pissed. And next thing you know, goes back, lets all the fucking chickens out, and destroys the coop.
Damn, bro. Well, he probably is going to be spending a couple of years in a coop, not a chicken coop, but one of the jail cell.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, definitely.
Good for him.
Well, let's take a quick break before we call up the Kincaid hotline. The blunt, again, is out, and we need to relight that shit because I feel like we should have finished it already, and we haven't, which is kind of disappointing.
We're getting our feet back wet again, man, you know?
Well, tell you what.
You haven't smoked a blunt in 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
That's right. We'll be gone for a minute, but before you know it, Peezy will be back.
Chicken sandwich.
What? Bounce. What? I bang. Yup. Yup. Bounce. Yup. Bounce. Yup. Bounce. Yup. Bounce. Yup. Bounce. Yup. I bounce. Yup. Peezy's back. Peezy for Peezy's back. I know y'all people been known all through the tri-state. It's official that I made it, cause I'm seeing people hate. And I know they be wishing they could eat off my plate, but they can't. Hold up, this is a one-serving meal. Got a whole plate of carrots, finna put it in a grill. Put a few up on my wrist for when I wanna tell time. Put the rest of Chanel shades, this watch been a blind. Oh yeah, did I mention that I changed my mind state? Went from player to hustler, cause I know what's at stake. Ain't about chasing women, let them all come to me. When it comes to that paper, you know I'm out in the streets like a mouse in a maze. Got a blunt or some haze, stay high. So I'm always saying, damn, man, I'm blazed. Wanna make it to the top, so my grind goes faster. Easy, baby, got that fire. You can call me Dutch Master.
You're tuned in to another episode of To Be Blunt with Peezy. Ladies and gentlemen, exclusive breaking news brought to you by the Kincaid Hotline. And now, renowned reporter Don Kincaid.
It's Don Kincaid, baby!
That's right! The return of Don Kincaid! The hotline's back, baby! Me, Frank, and Scott got the minutes loaded up. We're ready to hear what's hot this week, right here.
Hey, baby! Congratulations to one Peezy to getting the big knot tie, baby!
That's right, baby. I'm wearing the championship ring right here.
That's right.
You lifted up brass ring and grabbed it, baby!
That's right. I took the brass ring and I grabbed it.
Hey, right off the top, I gotta say, very first and foremost and very important, the Scott got stumped like a motherfucker. Holy cow!
Wait a second, Don. Did you know the answer to that question?
Well, no.
So, I mean, where you get off talking shit to the Scott?
You know, hey, 2 words.
Where are you going to get off talking shit to the Scott?
Is that segment called Stump The Kincaid? Hell no, baby!
That's right. Kincaid knows his lane and he stays in it.
That's right. I love it. I love it. It's great to have you back, Don.
Hey, I got a bunch of news. I've been off for a few weeks, but the hell with the old news because everybody knows that. So let me dive in with some ratings because we all got to follow these ratings on the Wednesday Night Wars.
I knew you was going to bring it up.
Yes, you have to, because, dude, not only have they been lower than we expected, but they have been under 1 million regularly for the last couple weeks. So this past Wednesday, which was last night, AEW Dynamite, they drew 822,000 viewers.
Wow.
WWE NXT drew 813 viewers, viewers.
They're neck and neck.
This war's getting closer, huh?
It's heating up.
It really is. It really is.
Okay, now, with both of those numbers, AEW is up 8% from the previous week, and NXT is up, check this out, 40% from the previous week.
They made big moves all week across all shows with NXT, and it made dividends.
They really did.
Well, speaking of ratings, that whole backstage thing with Renee Young, you know how she got kicked in the mush over the... oh, she got kicked in the mush. So she's like, screw commentating, I'm sticking to the backstage stuff. Well, this week's backstage only drew 49,000 viewers.
That's rough.
Well,
that is only 10% of the previous week.
There's so much wrestling on, it's hard to watch everything, you know?
True.
I would never watch backstage. That's just personally.
I mean, you got NWA, you got AEW, you got TNA. I mean, it goes on and on and on and on and on.
Whew. Hey, the Viper, he has signed for 5 more years with the WWE.
Wow.
I was shocked by that because he teased an AEW, a couple times on his Instagram lately.
Yeah, but I think that was a little hook, line, and sinker for the fans.
True.
What do you think about Randy Orton signing a 5-year deal? I know you thought he was leaving.
I don't know if I thought he'd leave. I thought it would be cool if he left, but I don't know. He's a lifer for WWE. Come on.
Well, I don't doubt that for sure. I mean, he's definitely going to be
for sure.
Yeah.
5 more years synced up, they'll bring him past his prime.
So we're talking signing, and we're talking WWE, we're talking AEW. Guess hot off the presses, and I do mean like 3 hours ago.
Okay.
One Virgil. Yes, I said Virgil has signed with the WWE. Are you shitting me?
Wait a second. Time out. Cut the damn music. Wasn't Virgil just on AEW last night?
Last night, on Instagram, on Twitter, with the logo put in front of the camera.
Yeah, talking about breadsticks from Olive Garden.
He has signed with AEW, but his name is not going to be Virgil. Check this out.
Didn't you say he signed with WWE first?
No, AEW. AEW.
Wait.
You said WWE.
Yeah, you definitely did.
You just said he's got a new name, like... When he went to WWE, they made him Virgil, right? I guess as a tongue-in-cheek to Dusty. And then when he goes to WCW, they name him Vincent as a tongue-in-cheek to Vince. You're telling me he's got a new name?
He does, and I didn't mean to say WWE. I apologize. WWE slipped out. My bad. So, his new name in AEW will be called Soul Train Jones.
All right.
What? Soul Train Jones, baby! Soul Train Jones!
Soul Train Jones!
Who's booking this shit?
He's booking it himself. That's probably his real gimmick. Yeah, they runs around day to day.
God, that is absolutely horrid.
Me, baby. Soul Train Jones.
Imagine that shit. Oh, my God. Hey, we've been watching the NAW Power Show regularly Tuesday nights at 6:05 on the YouTube. And I do want to come in with this past Tuesday, we have seen a new champion, one Colt Cabana. He has regained the NWA national title, which he just beat James Storm to get that. And baby, I love seeing Colt Cabana in NWA.
Wow, man. So got new champion, Colt Cabana.
That's Colt Cabana. Now, he's a former national champion, so he's regained that belt back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, now I got some news that made me flip my fucking shit, and I'm going to end it with this because I have been a huge fan of the Kingdom since they have been around TKO and Vinny when it was Bennett and Company, and the now Kingdom with TKO Ryan, Vinny Marsalia, and Matt Taven as the leader. And I am going to tell you guys one thing here. Vinny is now going under the name Vincent. This has been happening for about 2 months now, and he has been changing little by little. And when I mean changing, we have run into the pinnacle, I have to say. He has taken the leader of the Kingdom with his axe and bloodied one Matt Taven in the skull and left him in a pool of Matt Taven's blood.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, so he turned on Matt Taven and TKO Ryan. Now he's going solo?
He is going solo. We don't know what's up with TKO Ryan because there was a backstage promo previous to this attack, but Vincent did do it solo, so we don't know where TKO stands in the whole landscape of the Kingdom. I don't know about you guys, but I just shit myself when I read the news. I am a big Kingdom fan, so we've got to see where this all goes. And hey, where the hell does Vincent go from here?
I don't know. We'll find out, I guess.
Holy shit.
You all right, Don?
Dude, I think I had a small aneurysm.
Wow. Don, we strongly suggest you seek a medical professional, just not a fireman in Iowa.
That's true.
Maybe Dr. J.
Well, I have a medical vape pen that happens to have some OG cookies in it, so I'm just going to take a seat and hit that bad boy.
Well done. Enjoy the milk and cookies.
That's right, Don. We'll talk to you soon.
Peace, baby.
Shine, and you're listening to How to Talk. This is Ty Shine, and you're listening to How to Be Blunt with Peezy. This is Ty Shine, and you're listening to a new episode of How to Be Blunt with Peezy. This is Ty Shine, and you're listening to Be Blunt with Peezy. How in the fuck would you listen to anything else?
That's right. To Be Blunt podcast. We are back. We had Don Kincaid with all the hottest news. And now we're going to go right in to our weekly roundtable discussion. To Be Blunt podcast. Frank Knox, the Scott, and Peezy. We're back, baby.
We're back.
And we got to get into what's been quite the fucking week in wrestling, gentlemen. When I say they made a statement starting with SmackDown the other week, and they had NXT invade, that was the start of what's been a magical 3 days of wrestling.
Yes. A very interesting week.
And I don't mean consecutively. I just mean,
We're talking, Friday, Monday, Wednesday.
Yes, absolutely.
But it always seems the best stuff in wrestling happens by accident.
Did it happen by accident?
That wasn't supposed to happen.
We don't know how much of that was already in place.
All the wrestlers getting held in Saudi Arabia.
Well, that NXT roster, they didn't get to Buffalo. Apparently, they didn't arrive till 8:20 p.m., 20 minutes into the show.
Wow.
Like, the first clip when we saw Shawn Michaels with all his NXT garb with Triple H.
Yep.
Shawn Michaels literally, just said on backstage the other night, he just got there. Triple H was like, drop your bags, get in this shot with me. And that's what happened.
Wow.
Nice.
So,
listen.
And I'm glad it happened.
Yeah,
I don't know what the hell is going on with that whole plane and the wrestlers getting stuck there.
I didn't want to talk about anything that was Crown Jewel related because it was just bullshit, and it's already been overdone.
Yeah.
Overdone. Everybody's already been through it.
The NXT invasion is in full force.
And man, let me tell you, if they made anybody look like gold this week, it was Adam fucking Cole.
Clean win over Daniel
tall
Bryan.
at the end of every single show was the last thing you've seen.
that dude made a statement on every show.
Every single show. And it's crazy.
He fucking shocked the system.
I'm telling you, starting with SmackDown,
I wish we
Daniel
had his theme
Bryan.
music pulled up. I mean, that guy's just money, Adam Cole, man.
He is.
Baby.
That's right. Boom.
He gets it perfect every time. Right
Yeah.
off the field,
It's great. He's got the cues all done up. I mean, but like I said, Daniel Bryan and then Seth Rollins.
Yep.
And then he comes out at the end of NXT.
Yep. Super kick to AJ Styles.
That was, he cleaned his clock.
Yep.
He hit him good. He hit him so good, he knocked right off his ass. And then Finn Balor, stared down with Adam Cole.
That's right.
And Adam Cole again, standing tall.
NXT and Adam Cole to the rescue this week. That's what happened.
Yeah. And
Shayna
literally.
Baszler was great.
We saw a lot of different talent.
Becky, they got a match coming up now.
That's right.
Triple threat with Shayna Baszler. Finally.
I'll tell you
real
that.
competition.
Intrigue for Survivor Series right now is high.
We got Rhea Ripley's been making an impact out there, also. And it's just been great. The rest of the Undisputed Era has been making, different kinds of noise. I'm sure we'll see the rest of the teams and the guys to get matches before Survivor Series. Because I know Roderick Strong's been calling out like AJ Styles, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, making the tag rounds.
Right.
I mean, I'm hoping Finn Balor returns to the club.
How about the end of this now? You had this stare down. Now you had AJ Styles throw up the 2 sweets.
Yeah.
Right.
And then Finn Balor does the whole, Bullet Club
Finger
gimmick.
guns.
And I popped.
Yeah.
I was like, here we go.
And then Cole came out.
Right. So there's still this mystery of what direction do we think Finn Balor's even going to go?
You got Seth Rollins possibly joining Adam Cole.
I don't see that happening.
But, I mean, that's a possibility where we left off.
So, if I had to guess, or if I had to make a bold prediction, if you will.
I hope
another bold prediction.
For Baylor to go to the club.
But I think what they're going to lead to now, based on what we saw last night on NXT, is I think we're going to see the OC, at Survivor Series, it's going to be the OC, Styles, Gallows, and Anderson, facing what I'm going to dub the Undisputed Balor Club. Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, they already have a match, right? Because they have the NXT Tag Team Champions versus the Raw Tag Team Champions versus the SmackDown Tag Team Champions.
Right.
So that leaves 3 of the OC versus 3 of this Undisputed Balor Club, which I think is going to be Balor, Cole, and Strong facing the OC at Survivor Series. We'll have to wait and see, but I think that's where we're going to go.
I think that's bold and pretty accurate. That's the best prediction I've heard out of your mouth, so I'll sign off on
All right.
that.
And I mean, tell me that wouldn't be a barn burner
That'd
of
be
a
a
match.
great match, dude.
I would give you that.
Survivor Series is looking to be hot. And they needed it after what they've delivered the past 2-3 pay-per-views has been.
I know. It's very funny though how it's very similar to the old the Nexus storyline. You know,
it is. I mean,
it's got that feel. I don't know.
It's similar, but I feel like it's different in the sense that right now this NXT, they're establishing a brand. That Nexus, they kind of like when they invaded, right? They were the season 1 NXT rookies, right? Is what they were called. And every week on that NXT show was what? They were doing stupid gimmicks. They were running around racing with a keg, or they were cutting a promo with a key word that they drew or something. It was a joke. This NXT is no joke that we have today.
You said it's no joke.
No joke. I hope it's here to stay. I think it would be great to mash it up.
It would be. It would be.
I mean, I wouldn't mind AJ Styles going to NXT.
No,
and then starting the whole Baylor angle with AJ Styles.
No, it was great last night. You know, the crowd was loving it. They're eating this shit up.
It's not a downgrade.
After Survivor Series, all this brand intermingling though is obviously going to end.
Yeah, they got to go back to the separate gimmicks again. Yeah. You know,
but at what point is NXT going to be able to grow and get out of Full Sail University?
Well, hopefully this is going to help bring more.
They got to hit the road with the
brand
show,
awareness.
Right?
Well, we already talked about this. You know, we can't. I don't think they can stay there. You know, and survive.
But you talk about brand awareness, and what happened? Friday Night SmackDown, ratings were up, right? Because, in my opinion, unpredictability equals ratings, because we didn't know what was going to happen on SmackDown, because we didn't know who was going to be there.
And then someone's on Twitter, and they're like, oh, I'll just watch it tomorrow. They're like, oh, hell no, I ain't watching this tomorrow.
Well, no, because they were hyping that shit all day when you think about it, because as soon as the news broke that those guys were stuck there, the rumors were already flowing. They were fueling that shit.
And, I mean, they put the hands off to them. They pulled it off together at the last minute. But then last night's NXT, what? The intrigue got people watching because that's the closest they've been to AEW in the ratings since this Wednesday night war or scuffle that I want to call it because it's not that many viewers. Since it started, this is the closest they've ever been.
And usually when another brand invades your home turf, you could bet that brand's going to come back on theirs.
True.
So I think a lot of people are saying, all right, we're going to see an invasion on Raw. Or, I mean, either superstars from Raw or SmackDown invade NXT, and that's what we got. You know, we got a big one at that.
We really did. We really did. Now, speaking of the brands, keeping them separate, what the fuck are they doing with the heavyweight titles on those shows?
I guess Brock Lesnar quit and he's back in Raw looking for Rey Mysterio.
Brock's back on Raw, and we got The Fiend as the new Universal Champ, and he's going to be on SmackDown.
But what the hell's going on? Like, I don't understand where how this even plays into anything, yo. Like, why would they switch the titles?
And how can you just quit and automatically just keep the title?
Because Brock Lesnar's different.
Yeah, well,
he's different.
I mean, it works in the sense that Heyman's on Raw, right? He's the creative director, I think is the title, right, for Raw.
But why even have Brock Lesnar come in and win the title on the debut of fucking Friday Night SmackDown only 3 weeks ago?
Maybe they knew
they're
all
just
along.
Gonna have him quit and go over there.
How long the Fiend was going to take the title from Rollins and take.
That was audible because of how poorly the Hell in a Cell.
I mean, you're
happened.
probably right on that, but all that matters to me though is the Fiend and Seth Rollins are in different brands now because that can just be done with. And now the Fiend has new opportunities on SmackDown. He can feud with Daniel Bryan. He can feud with Braun Strowman. He can feud with Roman Reigns.
I don't know. Why though? But why?
They're going to build it up so he's going to destroy all those little dudes, and then Roman Reigns is going to finally be the guy to take him out.
I mean, sadly, you're probably right on that.
That's probably what's going to happen.
It just seems silly though.
That puts him over as the better Shield member all the time. You know,
you really think
they both took out Brock Lesnar?
Yeah,
right?
true. No, you're right. You're right.
It took Seth Rollins way less times than it took Roman Reigns.
Way less times.
Yeah, that's true.
So how do you rebuttal that? Roman Reigns faces him once, takes him out immediately. The dude's he's too hardcore for every Friday night.
You're talking about the Fiend, right?
The Fiend, yeah.
Personally, I don't think he needs the title.
But that's what it's gonna be. I mean, that's the position he's in now with the Universal title.
I think we're gonna eventually see a transformation where the Fiend only comes out like the Demon Finn Balor came out. We've discussed this before. You're gonna see over in match like the dude you see in the Funhouse come out to the ring.
Wow. All right.
It could happen. I mean, how else? Otherwise, that's
Stranger
too much
things
Friday night, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, he's been battling the split personalities throughout his matches, throughout his promos.
I don't know. I just think that. I mean, you could be right. You could be right.
I could be way wrong, but it's wrestling, dude. It's just like
It's so unpredictable, but at the same time, it is predictable.
I feel like if he loses the title, he has to lose it as Bray Wyatt. Like, he can't lose as The Fiend.
no. But
The Fiend can kick out of 27 freaking stomps. Like,
which is, I don't know, ridiculous,
But
though.
can he kick out of one, loaded punch? Ooh, Peezy knows all about that.
That's right. The Superman punch.
You saw his cousin this on your honeymoon. Ooh, Boogzos!
Oh my God, that's right. That was the greatest shit. The Boogzos. Oh my God. We're getting lit in here.
Yeah, man, I don't know what they're doing with the titles, but just when you think you turn the corner, you're going to see the brands and what they're going to look like. Survivor Series comes around, and then it's like mashed up right now. So we don't know what's going on.
yeah. If anybody listening out there, what would you do with Bray Wyatt in this situation? Or Brock Lesnar? What would you do about these titles?
There's no championship match for the Survivor Series, so
We got to do
see what
something.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are they going to wrestle at Survivor
Which is
Series?
interesting because usually it's champion versus champion at these shows, but they've already made Brock versus Ray. So who's Bray Wyatt going to face, or is he going to face anybody?
He has no feuds open right now.
Nothing. Right? Nothing.
I think that's where Braun Strowman's going to come into play somehow.
Well,
we'll see.
I guess we'll find out what happens.
How many times that guy going to fight for the title and do the job, though? I mean,
that's I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird how they're booking it.
Him and Joe and Joe.
Braun Strowman does not deserve a title opportunity until they give him the belt once.
Yeah, you're right. No,
He's too big.
Braun Strowman and Samoa Joe.
He just
are
beat Tyson Fury. I mean, I don't know.
Damn,
he
He
got
didn't
knocked
beat
out.
Tyson
He got
Fury,
knocked
though.
out by Tyson Fury.
Yeah, which is
mistaken.
another whole
And now
other
Tyson
thing.
Fury's saying he wants a match with Brock Lesnar.
So I didn't want to talk about Crown Jewel.
WrestleMania. I mean, it's crazy, the mashup. You don't know what's going on anymore, man. You got world heavyweight boxers, UFC fighters. You got The Rock at UFC. I mean, it's nuts.
So you don't want to talk about these titles anymore, right, Peezy?
No.
You know what I want to hear you talk about? I want to hear you talk about the match of the week.
Well, unfortunately, Scott, that's not going to happen.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm real high right now. Here's what is going to happen. Guys, every time.
He doesn't listen.
He never fucking listens. Ever.
I think I was doing a good segue, but apparently I wasn't.
Yeah, no. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break
Told you
because
we were doing an auto.
we got nothing else to smoke.
I need cue cards.
And when we're going to come back, we're going to talk to Ryan Fraust about Battlefront Pro Wrestling's big coming event, the new Extreme version.
I'm so excited for this weekend.
Ryan
man.
Fraust, baby. We're going to talk about his, activities for the weekend, my activities for the weekend, because me and him will be together. We'll talk more about that. But first, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk to Ryan fucking Fraust.
Hardcore is stupid.
I thought you said.
Chill, this for my smokers. It's such an incredible feeling. Getting so high, girl, you know I stay grillin'. Ain't gonna hide it, my eyes, they so chingy. Hey, Mary Jane, won't you take care of me? Yeah, we always been smoking, so smoking weed is a must, so we smoking. And while y'all rolling raps, we all about to split in Dutchess. And while y'all rolling raps, we all about to split in Dutchess. And while y'all rolling raps, we all about to split in Dutchess. I'm still getting high, girl, it ain't no secret. The boss is in the building with a buck, and you feel it. If you thinking puns whack, well, I wouldn't assume. And when I walk inside, it's instant red eyes in the room. Chill, I start a smoke session, split a Dutch, drop your weapon. You're packing chocolate, well, I'm packing AK-47. And I don't care how it's grown, long as it does the trick. Some red eyes and highs, yeah, I'm doing it big. Shit, I never met nobody like you. Mary Jane and Project B, it be a dream come true. Every time I take a hit, it's a bond you can't break. Either junks, blunts, or bowls, either one can make my day. And you never wanna argue when I'm blowing you off. Girl, if I burn you with a lighter, then I'm playing the song. I know it sounds cruel, so I guess we're breaking up. Sprinkle every last bit of our moments off in the Dutch. It's such an incredible feeling. Getting so high, girl, you know I stay grilling. Ain't gonna hide it, my eyes, they so chingy. Hey, Mary Jane, won't you take care of me? Yeah, we always been smoking, so smoking weed is a must, so we smoking. And while y'all rolling raps, we all about to split in Dutches. And while y'all rolling raps, we all about to split in Dutches. And while y'all rolling raps, we all about to split in Dutches.
This is the one above all. Your LCW World Champion and the sole CZW World Tag Team Champion. And you're tuned into another episode of To Be Blunt with Peezy.
To Be Blunt Podcast. We are back. Peezy, Frank Knox, and Scott in studio. And on the phone, I have none other than the infamous Ryan Fraust.
Thank you so much for the appropriate honorific, because so many people say stupid shit about me, and I am the infamous. I appreciate it, Peezy.
Listen, if anyone's going to agree with you, it's going to be me, baby. You already know.
I'll put my signature on that as well.
That's right, co-signed.
Oh, damn. Thanks, Frank.
Co-signed, man. Ryan Fraust, first time we got him on the show. It only took 19 episodes.
About fucking time, man. I mean,
I'm saying.
This guy's making the most noise in New England that I see.
You already know.
I mean, he's taking down legends.
He's taking down the legends.
Man, that's kind of you guys to say.
So for those of you that don't know, Ryan Fraust, local wrestler from right here in Connecticut. All right. Me and Ryan Fraust and my alter ego, Slade Dangerfield, we're on a little squad over at the Battlefront. And speaking of Battlefront,
we're on tear, brother. We're taking over.
That's right. Last time we were together to talk about taking down legends, Ryan Fraust single-handedly destroyed Just Incredible.
Oh wow.
That's right.
Could never beat him unless he took that super kick to the face. So thank you, Peezy.
And my jaw still hurts to this day. I swear to God, I think I got that shit where you open your mouth and your jaw like pops. Oh. This fucking guy clocked my, clean the clock. It was over. But
hey, am I allowed?
You haven't looked the same since. Yeah, you're allowed to swear.
You can do whatever you want.
This is
You're talking about lockjaw?
Yeah, lockjaw. That's it. It's like my shit dislocates.
Yeah.
It's all Just Incredible's fault. Yeah. But you know what? It doesn't matter, because the next time I see him, it's over. There's a receipt, baby, for that. Let me tell you.
If he's wearing a yellow mask, beat his ass too, because this whole fucking. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No, you can. You can say whatever you want.
This whole Aldo Montoya bullshit is putting a big hair up my ass too.
Well, you know what? I don't understand. This guy thinks he's like funny. He comes back and now, teasing the Aldo Montoya gimmick. Well,
it didn't happen. I thought it was going to happen, and it actually didn't happen. They had somebody almost formidable. That was, kind of a shame.
Right.
To be honest.
It was. Now, for those who don't know, Battlefront Pro Wrestling, located in Ludlow, which is where they run all their shows, Massachusetts, they just created their own sub-brand called Battlefront Pro Extreme. Their inaugural event to start in this Saturday, November 9th, Ludlow, Massachusetts, at the Elks Lodge. And it's going to be...
The cool thing about Battlefront Pro X is that they're going to be moving around, So I don't have to keep going to Ludlow. but the first event is in Ludlow.
Right. They're planning on being a traveling brand, whereas, Battlefront Pro Wrestling is basically just, they run their home, squad, and they sell out that building every time they run there.
It's great. I've been there, and I can't wait to see this, man. I mean, Battlefront Pro Wrestling is extreme as it is. Now they're having a brand. They're putting extreme at the end. I can only imagine the limits they're going to push.
Well, I'll tell you right now, the main event, Frank Knox, for this show, first time ever, no ropes, barbed wire match. Dirtbag Dan versus Len Oddity.
Wow. Those are two
That's
sick
absurd.
fucks.
You want to talk about extreme?
Those guys are two sick fucks.
You couldn't pay me enough to step inside of one of them gimmicks.
Yeah.
Sorry, Frost, but if that's the case, I'm out of there.
And I've told you guys 100 times, like, hardcore is stupid. Hitting people with a cookie sheet upside the head is stupid.
And that's why
what
I like
these
you.
Guys
you
are
know?
doing, though, what these guys are doing is several leaps beyond that. And I don't talk shit about this. You haven't seen me talking shit about this match because the commitment to punishing both yourself and other individuals that they are obliged to do now. I got nothing but respect. It's just unnecessary.
Wow. I mean, it's kind of super extreme. I mean, that's what they're branding themselves as. But to me, that's taking it far. And that's why I like, siding with this guy, because he got the same values. Like, wrestling should be wrestling. But why do they got to do all that other shit, Why does there have to be barbed wire? I mean, look what happened to Just Incredible. The last time that Ryan Fraust, fought him, he brought out a barbed wire kendo stick, whatever it was, down to the ring, wedged it in the corner, and then went to go throw Frost into it. What he ended up doing? Reversed.
That's right.
Well,
busted wide open.
Because Ryan Fraust is a true professional.
That's what I'm saying.
With a wrestling move, a drop hold, that guy basically bled out in front of everybody.
It's bleeding like a stuffed pig.
Oh, it's awful.
It was gross. And I got it all over me, damn it. It's nasty. It's nasty.
I got tested. I'm good, so I guess we're all good.
Thank God. Thank
and that's
God.
a shoot.
So now you beat Just Incredible. So what happens at the last Battlefront show? You're out there cutting a promo. You're talking about you're the hardcore champion currently. In case we didn't tell anybody yet, Ryan Fraust is their hardcore champion. Even though he believes hardcore is stupid, with him holding the belt, at least we can make sure we can try to tone things down as necessary.
Yo, I'm telling you right now, like, the most important championship at Battlefront, who butters their bread with hardcore wrestling, must be the hardcore championship.
I would imagine
and that's
so.
me, brother.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely. So, the Sandman and Ryan Fraust now.
The Sandman?
The Sandman.
ECW original?
ECW original Sandman, who comes out at the last show.
What an idiot.
Takes out some of, the rest of the squad, TJ Howell and Big Jake Sampson. And all of a sudden, got the kendo sticks, talking shit, drinking beers, smoking cigarettes, doing all that shit.
It took 2 Singapore Canes to take down Jake Sampson.
That's right, it did.
I want to throw that out there.
It took 2. The one he was
and
double
then
fisted.
TJ Howell III could not be at 100% for his title challenging effort.
That's right. So and then look what
happened.
Kind
of bullshit, actually.
It's true.
And Slade Dangerfield wasn't
there. And I wasn't there.
Oh, if you'd been there, we would have fucking run train on the whole promotion.
That's it. Boots to everyone's face, goddammit.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you. I do appreciate it.
I
do appreciate it. But, we're going to celebrate big time this Saturday.
Yes.
Once you take the Sandman out and destroy another ECW legend, and I want to see the kids crying for their hero, I love afterwards the look on their face as I'm standing there crotch chopping everybody. Telling everybody who ever doubted this man Ryan Fraust, they can suck it.
I love it.
Yeah,
we're gonna shut a lot of people up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Our group, our unit, our cohesive assembly of individuals is going to shut a lot of people up.
It's true.
Another ECW legend will fall at the hands of Ryan Fraust and be dust in the wind.
That's right. And that's this Saturday, November 9th, Ludlow, Massachusetts at the Elks.
Yeah,
you don't want to
this
miss
guy
him.
Frank Knox. Like, I love it. Thank you, man.
Yeah,
Thank you.
That's right.
We're big supporters of Ryan Fraust over here.
Of course.
I've been the number one supporter since you dropped a leg drop on Slade Dangerfield.
Oh, wait a goddamn second.
Whoa!
You took off the ref shirt and you gave it to him, and he deserved every moment.
Listen, that was a long time ago.
And you've grown.
I was trying to do the right thing. I was trying to be a good ref. And you know what? At the end of the day,
let me finish that for you. You were a shitty ref And that's why you're a better wrestler now.
Wow, Peezy.
It's like
Well, you
the
did.
stars-
You did drop the leg drop. Goddammit.
The stars aligned, you know.
That's right.
Everything's, you know, there is a beginning between.
It's an
you and
upgrade,
Ryan
if you
Fraust,
ask
yeah?
me. Anyways, I mean, look, you're not even a hardcore champion.
Well, then I don't know what to tell you about the refs that I've trained since being around because them motherfuckers have had WWE tryouts. But
This is true.
hey, I'm sipping tea, bro. I'm Kermit. What's up?
So, Battlefront Pro Wrestling Extreme. Let's talk about a little bit of the backstage. Let's take the gimmicks down. And so, Battlefront Extreme is going to be ran by Scott Anarchy and Just Incredible.
That is, you know, it's a conjoined effort, but they are going to make sure the BPX events are on the road, and we're making things happen. Yes.
And I know you do like a lot with both those men. Like, how much are you involved with the actual show?
Unfortunately, because of recent events where I was kind of a jerk because I mean, you guys know. You guys have seen what I do. It's tough because I know that I deserve the spotlight. You know, like I was a ref. I thought I deserved the spotlight. I'm a wrestler. I think I deserve the spotlight. I know I could talk circles around a million people. I know that there's reasons that I should have some actual stake in what's going on. But and to add, I'm actually like good friends with Scott since childhood. Good friends with PJ for probably 15 years, you know. But now that I inserted myself into it in a way that was probably less than ideal, probably rude, probably inappropriate, I really don't get to help with all these things that I would have gotten to help with. And I think that the fact that the Sandman is my opponent for the debut event probably reflects that.
Okay.
I think they kind of went out and got somebody that they thought would beat me up.
Well,
does that make sense?
You know what? It's not the first time
Like,
someone's
I
done
should be
that.
running this shit with these guys, and they won't even talk to me. But now I have to fight the fucking Sandman.
Yeah, but I mean, he's right. It's the Sandman, you know? I don't know. I mean, you look at the guys you've already taken on.
Well, you signed up in his corner.
That's
so
right.
You're going to get your ass kicked by the Sandman, too.
Listen, at least one thing I can guarantee you is I will be in your corner.
Well, thank you, Peezy.
You know? So if anybody tries any funny stuff, you know.
I'm just saying I should be on this like board of directors or whatever the shit it is with Scott and PJ. And like I'm not. And it's because like I just wanted to put myself over real quick.
Well,
You know?
I mean, can't blame you for trying.
You have to.
You know?
I'm 37 years old. I'm not, you know, I'm not 22. I'm not six-pack abs. I'm not doing 450s, you know. So Scott wants to announce a music video, and I'm like, yeah, it should be me and PJ. And he's like, oh, no, not you. And it's like, what the fuck? So I got to fight some people. So I got to beat some people up. So I got to make some things happen for myself.
That's
That's
true.
what you're going to
Yeah,
do. That's what you're going to do this Sunday, man. You're going to beat up
Saturday.
people this Saturday. You know.
Oh, and on Sunday, I got TOS, bro. Then I got a Survivor Series match. It's me and Big Dick Sampson and TJ Hell III. Our squad team.
Wow.
Wow.
I
This
mean,
weekend,
that-
people are going to start respecting you.
That's right.
With the firm, right?
Yeah.
We're good with the firm.
Of course
so
we
we're
are.
with. So it's us and the firm against a bunch of fucking scrubs.
Richard
You know, I
Stone
know
gave me
I'm not
legal
supposed to
advice
talk
once.
down my opponent, but like these guys are bums, and we're gonna beat the tar out of them.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Got a stacked weekend, this guy. You know,
Oh, jabroni.
but all I know is this Saturday, me and you will be in Ludlow, Massachusetts.
And you guys are going to finally get the respect you deserve.
That's right. That's right. Exactly.
You know, you might
I
not
got
have the
people- I
board
got
of
people
directors
telling me they
seat
don't-
today, but come Saturday at 10:30 p.m., Ryan Fraust is going to be sitting at the head of the table.
Ooh.
I promise you, by 10:30 p.m., I'm gonna be the hardcore champion.
I mean, there it is.
There's
Scott.
the bold prediction, Scott.
That's right.
Write it down.
10:30.
The bold prediction.
And if you want to try at them, it's 24/7 rules, so you can try to get your ass kicked too.
Nah,
Scott,
I don't want no part
if
of that.
you dare to step to the infamous Ryan Fraust.
Hey, are we trying to stump the Scott?
Yeah,
Did
that's
we
the.
already do that?
I'll only take my ass handed to me and stump the Scott. That's
Before
it.
we try to stump the Scott, I want to do this. You got the match this Saturday.
Yeah.
We got a lot of people listening right now. What do you have to say to your opponent, the Sandman, for this Saturday? Any messages you want to send out to him?
I will say one thing that I did not accomplish earlier today when I recorded a formal promo. I just want to say that do we got ears on this, or can I just say company names and shit?
It's whatever you want.
Whatever you
bro.
got to do.
Say, man.
An open mic.
In ECW, bro, the level of professional wrestlers that competed at Swanson and Rittner in Philadelphia are ashamed to have been performing in the same building as the Sandman.
Wow.
Like these are guys who set the pace for an entire generation of wrestlers after them. And this guy was a bum. So, if you want to ask me, I'm standing for wrestlers everywhere who had to change the channel, get a sandwich, or just check out for 2 minutes when the Sandman came down to the ring.
Wow.
Oh, my.
That's what I'm doing.
That's a statement right there.
I'm carrying a lot of people's fucking dreams and hopes on my shoulders. Because for every fucking frat guy who's pounding a beer, who's shotgunning a beer, who's taking 10 shots, watching the Sandman come down to the ring and throwing their hands up and screaming the lyrics to the worst Metallica song ever.
Damn.
There's me who's waiting for Rob Van Dam, Jerry Lynn, Lance Storm, Little Guido, Super Crazy, fucking waiting for wrestling.
Wow.
And that's why I am going to beat the Sandman on Saturday.
What do you think, Scott?
Spitting fire right now is what he's doing.
Scott looks like he's feeling this in like his heart right now. But Scott looks like he's
You know
ready.
what? If you really think about it, he's right. He's right.
Wait a second.
If you really think about it, Ryan Fraust is always fucking right.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, I love it. I hope Sandman heard that. Because this Saturday...
Yo, this motherfucker didn't hear shit. He's sitting in Philly. He probably went to an event today, hit somebody with a cane 3 times, and got $500. Like, listen. All right? You know, he's coasting on a legacy that he didn't even build.
Wow. I mean,
he's right.
not entirely incorrect.
He's right. He was given a free pass. He didn't wrestle. He wasn't a wrestler.
I'm not saying a free pass.
He came out
like,
drunk. He came out drinking. He came out smoking cigarettes. You know?
He took a few lumps. I said in the promo that I made earlier that, you know, I wish I could send to you guys so you could hear it. But
we'll
he's a great fighter. He's a great fighter. He won some big fights. He's been a world heavyweight champion multiple times.
Facts.
But who were those fights against? Raven? I love Raven. Sandman is a bully compared to Raven.
You heard that?
He's a bigger guy, a stronger guy with a bunch of weapons. You know?
He used to be.
Sandman's a bum, dude.
He used to be.
He was a bum. He's still a bum. And Ryan Fraust is going to show that this Saturday. We'll see what happens. We know what's going to happen.
That's right. We know what's going to happen. But you know
We're
what?
going to roll over him like the bum and washed up wrestler who he never was. And it's going to be over.
Wow,
I'm not accustomed to this kind. I'm not accustomed to this kind of support. Thanks, Frank.
It's cutting the promos over here. Frank's over here cutting the promos. You got something to say, Frank? You got something to say, Frank?
I'm fired up. The Sandman's nothing. His biggest fan in the world, Dennis I'm the Boss Crosby, is nothing.
Where the fuck is Bill
ECW's nothing without the Sandman. But who cares? Because the Sandman sucks. He sucks.
Wow.
Damn.
Well, you know what, Frost? I heard you say right before you let us know how you felt about your opponent Saturday, you wanted to play Stump the Scott.
I do. I have two.
You really want to play Stump? All
questions.
right. Scott, are you ready to Stump the Scott, Scott?
I'm more ready than the Sandman's going to be ready this Saturday.
I hope so, because I'm your host, Bud Griffin, and we're here to Stump the Scott. Ryan Fraust has a question for you. Are you ready, Ryan?
Peezy, you're so good at this, bro.
Thank you. Ryan Fraust has a question for you, Scott. Coming up right now, 2B Blunt Podcast brings you Stump the Scott, the exclusive game show of the King Palm brand, where we hear smoke as much as we want to. Go ahead.
What is Bad News Brown's finishing maneuver?
All right. Do you want to repeat the question one more time?
I heard it.
From the initial
What is
reaction,
Bad News Brown's finishing maneuver?
Scott's initial reaction.
Scott, 30 seconds on the clock.
You guys are with him, right? He's not looking this up.
Trust me, we're watching them.
Scott's initial
He already
reaction,
looks like he's stumped.
He looks like he's going to Never Never Land, just like the Sandman will this Saturday night in Ludlow, Massachusetts.
You're distracting him. Let him
At the
think.
hands of Ryan Fraust.
Let him think.
I feel like
Am I hearing Frank not?
I feel like his finisher that I remember is just hitting Bret Hart over the head with a trophy at WrestleMania 4. But so I'm gonna have to just guess on this, and I feel like it's a submission move, though. I feel like, oh man, I don't know. It's not it, but I'm gonna say sleeper hold. It's totally not, though.
So, well, that's a great guess for the era. You know,
Is it the Ghetto
and
Blaster?
you know, I almost just want to give you credit because hitting Bret Hart over the head with the trophy is what made his career.
Yeah, I mean that's what I remember the most.
It's called the Ghetto Blaster, and it's a step up Enziguri way before the Young Bucks.
And you know what? Not only did you stump the Scott, but we had live John DeMellis text me personally the answer to that question of the Ghetto Blaster.
Maybe it should be Stump the John.
There it is.
Stump the John right here.
We got listeners answered my questions for
Yeah,
me?
he answered to while you were stumped. You
Wow.
went to Never Never Land. The Sandman's going to Never Never Land.
Frost, you said you had one more
You
question?
said you had one more.
I got one more, but the people at home some of them are going to get this. I don't know if Scott will or not.
Well, we'll find out right here. Ryan Fraust coming up with question number 2. Are you ready, Scott?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, Bud Griffin says you're ready, and we're going to Stump the Scott.
Johnny D, you ready for question 2?
Who was the first opponent that The Undertaker, as The Undertaker, faced in WWF?
So,
hold on. Repeat the question one more time.
Who was the first competitor that The Undertaker, as The Undertaker, faced in the WWF?
So, The Undertaker and Undertaker gimmicks. First match. Scott, you got 30 seconds.
Actually, Peezy,
Oh,
it's
you
worth
son of a
noting
bitch.
because I'll bet you that Scott knows this. It was a Survivor Series match.
Okay, so
Hold on.
Who stood in the ring when The Undertaker went to fight?
Scott, you got 30 seconds on the clock. Time starts now.
So I'm just gonna talk this one out though. Yes, he debuted at the Survivor Series. You said that. I was worried that you wanted me to say Mario Mancini because he's the first person to be credited to actually taking a tombstone.
Whoa!
But as far as the Survivor Series, I mean, he ended up having a count out. He got eliminated by a double count out with Dusty Rhodes on that. So I don't know if my answer should be Dusty Rhodes or if it should be Bret Hart, because I know he was in the ring with Bret Hart during that Survivor Series match. But what was your exact question again?
Who was his opponent for that match?
No. My question was, who was the first guy that he fought, and your friend Frank Knox won by saying Bret Hart.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't me. That was Scott talking.
No, I did say Bret Hart when I was talking it through. But
well, now we already know the final answer. Oh!
No, what? No.
Wait. He's trying to say something.
It was definitely Bret Hart. That was the first guy that The Undertaker, faced off against in a WWF ring.
Okay, I gotcha.
Well, I got questions.
Do you remember what city that was in at all, by any chance?
If you give me like 20 minutes, maybe. But,
no, it was right here in Connecticut. It was in Hartford.
Yes. All right, thanks for playing Stump the Scott. Scott, unfortunately,
so I only stumped Scott once.
You only stumped, that's enough though.
Yeah, you stumped him once.
Yeah.
You didn't even deserve the second question. And he only got it right because you gave him the answer between his 50-50.
I didn't know he got the answer.
He says he got the answer
because he said the first person takes the tombstone or the first person that he actually fought, and he was right. It was Bret Hart.
Well, there you go.
Which I think is very telling for the fact that like years and years later, these guys had such classic matches.
Right.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Ryan Fraust, for calling in and playing Stump the Scott and giving us a brief convo. It was very nice to
you can isolate any of those comments I had for the Sandman because they were fucking acerbic. I would love it.
All right. I'll send you some stuff. To Be Blunt Podcasts. When we come back, we're going to talk NWA Power.
This is the hardcore icon, Just Incredible, and you're tuned into my man Peezy on the To Be Blunt Podcast. Now that's not just the coolest, and that's not just the best. That, my friends, is just incredible. The coolest, and that's not just the best. That, my friends, is just incredible.
To Be Blunt Podcast, we are back.
We're back, man. Ryan Fraust, Sandman's going to be great. You'll be there.
Absolutely.
Slade Dangerfield, I'll be there.
That's right. That's right. It's going to be great.
It's going to be a fun time, man.
I can't wait. The
Sandman walked into the wrong arena.
Absolutely.
Came into the wrong town and fucked with the wrong people.
Yep. And now, you know what? Don't matter. We've covered the Saturday. We've got to talk about some stuff that, other than the WWE. Have you seen any of the NWA Power shows?
Yeah, I've loved it. It has that real, genuine feel.
Yeah.
The studio show is back. You know?
It's super crazy because it looks like it's totally 80s, 100%.
Yeah, everything's great, but the production's money.
Yeah.
It's on Facebook, which is great because everyone has Facebook.
That's right. Everybody does have Facebook. It's on YouTube also, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So
but it debuts, I think, on Facebook.
Really?
Facebook Live, yeah.
We can't.
And Facebook is, more people have Facebook than have a computer.
This is true.
Or have cable, or have internet, et cetera, et cetera. The list will go on and on and on.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild. I love the look of the show. I love that the guys come out and they don't have entrance music. I think that's pretty crazy. Too, yeah. They just come out and they just mean mug everybody. Like, it's great. It just feels like if you go on the WWE Network and find like the old Mid-South shit, and that's what it was like,
It reminds me of what the Netflix show Glow would look like.
Yes.
If I was watching it when it was supposed to be debuted.
Right. I bet you that's exactly what it would look like.
But it's quality. It's got the HD crispness to it, which you didn't have with the 80s shit that we have.
I know. What's going on up there?
I don't know.
What the fuck's Scott doing?
Scott's up there pissing.
That's right.
But I've liked that. I've enjoyed Damian Sandow appearing on.
Listen, they got a good lineup. They got James Storm.
They got Colt Cabana.
Aaron Stevens is his name.
Aaron Stevens now. Yep, that's correct. But I still call him Damian Sandow. Which basically, if you put a robe on Elias, that's Damian Sandow.
Right. Scott, we're talking about Power. Welcome back.
Yeah, sorry. I had to use the facilities.
Dude, Scott he goes upstairs. He raises all kinds of hell up there. The dogs are going nuts. I don't know what the fuck you're doing up there.
If you listen back a couple episodes, I had to kick the squatty potty out of the way, okay, in the studio. And then what's the studio wrestler? What's the toilet? It like flushes twice.
What?
Am I out of my mind?
I think so.
Maybe I am. Anyway, moving on. NWA Power.
God. Here we go. Scott, what do you think? What do you think about Power, Scott?
So listen, man. I think it's an old school feel, but it's like it's different than everything else. We have so much wrestling on nowadays.
It's
NWA
a
Power
studio wrestling show. It's like I told Peezy, you watch Glow today, that Netflix show. It's like how you envision it would come out in cable television, but with that 1080p, you know?
Yeah.
Christmas.
That's 1080p.
So like, they know that they're not going to draw a lot of people, so they make that a studio show.
Draw a lot of people. They're debuting and streaming on the largest used service platform product in the world, Facebook.
But as far as like going live, like you're not getting a lot of people, so they're making the most out of it. And I remember NWA back in the day as, you know, all those watching for the promos. You're not really watching it so much today for the wrestling, but I'll tell you what, I didn't really know much about Tim Storm when I watched the first couple episodes of NWA Power. But
I knew nothing about him.
I was rooting for him in that title match.
You like Tim Storm?
Aldis. I was like, oh, come on, Tim Storm, baby.
Yeah, well,
like,
I think Tim Storm should go fight the Sandman because they're both washed up and past their prime.
Frank's on fire tonight. Frank's on fire.
Tim Storm, you know?
I mean, it's great as it is. Do you think
great story?
Do you think it could last with the way the show's
100%? Because, dude, they're tapping into the largest network.
It's only got it's
Facebook.
on YouTube.
What other promotion or brand is streaming an entire show from start to finish?
And come on,
Facebook?
Billy Corgan, he's got the money for it.
This one,
yeah, this one. But I'm saying a wrestling show.
This one does
not Impact, not WWE, not AEW.
What's going on in the comments?
There's nothing going on.
I'll be honest with you. I'm watching NWA Power before I'm watching Impact.
Yeah.
Tell people to call in, yeah.
The call-in number is right there. An exclamation point. We can tell them to call in if they're listening. Call in.
That's right. Call in.
860-384-7110.
Oh, I love it. This is great. Everybody knows the call
numbers.
numbers.
No need to work the call-ins in the comments. It's right there on the screen the whole time.
Forgot all about that shit. I'm so high.
Yeah.
Listen, that blood, the critical kush. You got me lit.
I think NWA has definitely the platform to last. I mean, they keep bringing in talent. I thought the Aaron Stevens was a great move. The James Storm, great move.
Great move. You know what? One of my personal favorites, Ken Anderson, is in there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Kennedy.
And you got James Storm. I mean, there's a lot going on in there.
Speaking of a lot going on, all right, AEW.
Woo!
They got a big show this weekend.
Did you guys watch that promo by Cody Rhodes last night?
I did.
Great delivery.
I did.
Best promo I've seen in a long time.
People are really hyping that shit,
Even The Rock went online and said, Mike drop.
It's not going to be something that's talked about in 20 years, if you ask me.
Well, if AEW lasts, it may well be talked about.
True.
I'll tell you, though, going into this, though, I thought for sure Jericho was going to retain. But now that Cody dropped that,
and he
in
said,
the promo,
"Oh, if I don't win, I didn't like that. That was the one part of the promo I did
now
not.
I kind of don't know,
but it makes sense though.
Win.
The stipulation, because now it's like you're going in, he's got to win.
Well, he kind of does.
Beforehand, there was a coin flip.
I still think he won't. I still think Jericho's going to come out on top, though.
Dirty.
Cody will never.
Definitely dirty.
It's either dirty. Yeah, somebody's either going to screw him over, like somebody that we least expect, like an Adam Page or somebody, like. But we'll see.
I think the only person that could screw Cody Rhodes over at this junction of AEW is MJF.
I mean, we know it's coming, but I feel like we know it's coming so much that we feel like that's not going to come soon. The MJF turn.
But even if he gets beat by someone turning on him, that's still he can never fight for the title again.
MJF does have fuel. Has he had a match on Dynamite yet?
He fought. What was his name?
Was that or was that Double or Nothing?
The bald head dude. His name's Aaron something or.
Oh, the guy from that tag team, right?
No, what was his name? Fuck, he fought somebody.
Get the iPad.
Yeah, I got the iPad.
You got the fact checker. Even though I thought the Scott would know this.
Yeah, you think I would know, but I don't think MJF honestly hasn't done much since they've been on TNT.
No, he's just come out.
Corver, what's the dude's name?
And that's fuel for him if he
Brandon.
When he does
He
turn
fought
on.
Brandon Cutler.
Yeah, Brandon Cutler.
Right,
there it is.
He did have that match, which was on like the second episode, but I think that's the only
But it was
match
terrible.
he's had.
Brandon Cutler botched.
Oh yeah, he tripped on the
MJF
top
got
rope or
pissed.
something.
Yeah. That was when I was watching at your house. It was
It
like
was
episode 1 or 2. He fell off the second.
But I will say, best heel today going is MJF all day.
All day. It is. Even
day.
Even the shit you see Marks or Scott's put up
Thank you.
online with MJF, he's in character and it's like a pop. You know what I'm saying? He's like, fuck you. I see him like flick dudes' hats off, slap dudes across the face.
I mean, me and you saw him. He was a surprise at that indie show
He
a couple
grilled
months ago.
us.
And I wanted him to make fun of me so bad, but he knew that's what I wanted, so he just ignored me.
But I mean, AEW is picking up steam.
They are.
You know?
They are. I don't.
Not a fan of SCU.
I
being
fast
the tag
forward through.
champions.
Yeah, that was weird.
But they set that up as soon as they took out Christopher Daniels.
Yeah, which was silly though.
Lucha Bros took him out for no reason, and then they fought each other in the finals. Surprise!
Yeah, I don't know.
Fucking won. You know, it was.
I thought that Lucha Bros would have been the first. I thought that I don't know. I was never a fan of that group.
I thought the Jurassic Express would have been before Luchasaurus.
That's right.
got hurt.
I know, right? Luchasaurus, right? Yeah.
We do need Luchasaurus.
He had a lot of momentum, and then all of a sudden,
But he's supposedly coming to NEW. Luchasaurus. He's making his return.
The match, I think that will deliver definitely for sure. Because there's a lot of hype with it for Full Gear. Is Omega Moxley for sure? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
obviously that's gonna be the hot ticket item.
And what do you got? Who's the bastard fighting?
I think Adam Page, right?
Not again.
That's terrible.
Love how our reactions are like the
Does
same.
Jake Hager have a match though? I don't. If he does, I feel like it's got to be against Dustin Rhodes. But I think Dustin Rhodes is injured, right? I think he injured his arm or something, or his wrist.
He's got a black eye from Jake Hager. My gripe with Jake Hager, he loses Bellator for a low blow, then the next day comes on television.
That's the thing,
delivers low blows,
Hager can
yeah.
face Goldust, battle of the low blows.
Or Hager could turn on Jericho and align with the Rhodes.
We'll see. You got a lot going on over here.
Yeah, it's been a big week in wrestling. All right, a lot of stuff has happened, and I think what we need to do is get into the top 5 people who have made such an impact this week that they belonged on the most elite list in wrestling.
That's right. And finally, we're going to wrestling top 5. Last week we had my Halloween candies, and we're finally getting back to this one.
Right, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we come back. We're going to do the Frank Knox top 5, baby.
When the tornado hit, it was pretty devastating. Everything we had was gone.
Even with our insurance, we knew it would take a while to get life back to normal.
Well, we were anxious and scared.
We needed to get high.
Within a few hours, Pot Farmers was here with 2 weeks worth of emergency joints, lighters, and bombs. No questions asked.
And like, good weed.
Oh yeah, primo, not that trim shit.
It was really reassuring to suddenly understand that what happened to us was an infinitesimal ripple in the ocean of time.
Plus, I got my appetite back. It's so funny.
I don't know what the future holds.
Nobody does.
But it's nice to know we don't have to face it fully.
Where are the kids?
Enjoy an eighth of the
Blunt with Peezy.
Wow, To Be Blunt podcast.
Wow. They were getting lit.
They were getting real lit.
They got their appetite back. They don't know where their kids are, and they ain't smoking that trim. They smoking that good shit.
It's a good time, you know. It's a good time. Let's get into that Frank Knox top 5, baby.
Frank Knox top 5. Frank Knox top 5. Frank Knox top 5. Frank Knox top 5.
Blunt Podcast. It's time for the Frank Knox Top 5. Let's hear it, Frank.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Frank Knox Top 5, coming in at number 5.
Brock Lesnar.
Oh!
Number 4.
Cody Rhodes, man, that promo put him in there.
Okay.
Number 3.
The Fiend, Bray Wyatt.
Number 2.
I mean, the man that made the most noise this week, none other than Adam Cole.
And your Frank Knox, number 1.
You know what? It's none other than the man who's gonna put the sand to dust to the wind. And my man, number 1, the infamous Ryan Fraust.
Wow!
You went off script.
Wow!
I didn't know what was going on.
Me too. I was starting to wonder what's going on. I'm like, wait a second. I thought Adam Cole was number 1 when we talked before.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, man. Ryan Fraust.
He changed it up last second.
He deserves it, man. He deserves the respect and the recognition, and he's going to beat it out of the Sandman like he beat it out of Just Incredible.
I mean, you know what?
You got a problem with that?
No.
Anyone in studio?
Not at all.
Or anyone out in the audience?
No.
Give me a call right now.
I know, but if you want to know who number 2 was on the script, you got to subscribe to the podcast, and I'll tell you.
That's right. Subscribe and leave a review.
Well, Scott.
Or call in if you want to talk about this top 5 gimmick.
I actually bumped down Chris Jericho from number 3, so that was not the number 2.
Wow. Well.
Oh, okay. Well,
we don't have this, we don't have a Patreon or anything like that.
Patreon.
We're for the people. We're for the people.
That's right. We are for the people. We are for the people, Scott. Hey, you know what? We're going to give it to the people. We got the Frank Knox Top 5. Let's give him the Peezy match of the week, damn it, too.
That's right.
Yeah. To Be Blunt Podcast. It's time for the Peezy match of the week, baby. And this week's match didn't come from SmackDown or Raw or Power or Dynamite. It came from NXT. It was the main event, which saw the OC take on Matt Riddle, Keith Lee, and Tommaso Ciampa.
Wow. I think this is the third week that Keith Lee has made it into top 5.
It is, actually.
That's a testament to this guy's work.
He's limitless.
It really is. I mean, the match was amazing.
Amazing.
The finish with Finn Balor, we talked about it already. I'm not going to get too much into it, but that was great. And that was definitely, without a doubt, the match of the week, baby.
I love that match of the week.
I did too.
I love the match of the week.
Yeah, me too. You know what else I love, though? And I'm kind of upset. Everybody else this week got to play, but we didn't get to play Stump the Scott.
I got my questions ready. I'm going Survivor Series mode.
All right, I'm taking on all challengers tonight.
He's taking on all challengers.
That's right. So far, Scott, you're 1 for 2.
It's true.
And we'll give you 4 questions to get you over 500 here.
Let's see if we can do it.
Let's see.
He's the smartest.
You don't have any brains. I'm from Hollywood. I have the brains.
He's unstoppable.
Nobody in the whole world can beat me one-on-one right now.
It's the hottest game show around. It's Stump the Scott. And now, your host, Bud Griffin. That's right, Stump the Scott back for a 3rd time here on the To Be Blunt Podcast.
All right, let's go, Bud, huh? We got Survivor Series questions. The Scott's ready to strive to survive over here.
That's it.
The Scott, who's had, what is it, a 0.5? What's he at right now?
1 for 2.
1 for 2.
He's 0.33.
0.3. The stat man, Frank Knox.
That's his winning percentage right now.
That's it. You're at a 0.33.
If he was playing baseball, he'd be an all-star.
Yeah.
But, this isn't baseball, though. This is Stump the Scott.
So, what's going to happen here? In order to find out if you're really going to dig out today, Scott, me and Frank are going to ask you 2 questions each and find out, will you actually pass the 500 line? Right here on Stump the Scott. Frank, you want to give us first question?
Scott, which was the first Survivor Series that didn't have a tag team match as the main event? Scott, I will repeat. Which was the first Survivor Series that did not have a tag team match as the main event?
Scott, you got 30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now.
All right, so in the Survivor Series era, right, it debuted in 89, I believe. No, 87. Debuted in 87. And the teams, it's always Hogan on top, right? So, not a tag match. So,
as the main event.
4 on 4.
The main event closes the
as
show.
The main event that closes the show. So, okay, I think I got it. We'll see. So
what's your final answer, Scott?
I'm thinking it's Survivor Series 91 was the first time this happened. And I'm going to say the main event was a one-on-one title match, and it was Undertaker versus Hulk Hogan.
Scott, unfortunately, just like Sandman, you're going to Never Neverland. The correct answer, Scott, was 1992, and the main event
was Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels?
Correct. But it doesn't matter because you only get one chance at the question, Scott, and you failed yet again.
That's right, Scott. Not today. Right here on Stump the Scott with your host, Bud Griffin. We're going to ask the Scott question number 2. Scott, I hope you're ready to be stumped. Scott, the following question is a true or false answer. At 25 years old, 1 month and 13 days, Yokozuna became the youngest WWE heavyweight champion. True or false? I'll repeat one more time.
It's all right. It's false.
Scott's already got the
He was 27.
50-50 question.
Scott, you got 30 seconds on the clock, damn it.
It's false. He was 27.
Scott's done well with the only 50-50 question he got today from Ryan Fraust.
Guess what? Scott's correct. The answer is actually Brock Lesnar.
Wow.
That's right.
Scott's 2 and 3 with 2 questions left.
That's right. So, Frank, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Scott, here we go. Question number 3. Bud Griffin, Frank Knox coming at you here. And we're going to have another question here on Stump the Scott.
Scott, at the 2004 Survivor Series, the main event was Team Orton versus Team Triple H. Team Triple H's team lost, but who was the first person eliminated from Team Triple H's team?
Gonna repeat that?
At the 2004 Survivor Series, the main event was Team Orton versus Team Triple H. Triple H's team lost, but who was the first person eliminated from Team Hunter Hearst Helmsley?
30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now.
All right, this is a great question, and I'm gonna do it all right now. So Benoit was on the other team. It was Benoit, Jericho,
Talking
Maven,
to the mic,
believe it
there
or
you
not. Benoit, Jericho, Maven, and there was one more, but whatever. That's not part of the question, so I'm not going to dwell on it. Triple H's team. It was Triple H, Batista, Snitsky, and Edge. Who was the first person eliminated? It wasn't Triple H. It wasn't Batista, so it was either Snitsky or Edge. So I got to think this one through. I'm going to say...
Time's up, Scott.
All right. I'm going to go with it was Snitsky.
Scott, again, you could sleep with the Sandman tonight.
Come on!
In 2004, the first person eliminated
was Edge.
Was Batista.
Whatever.
And he was eliminated with an enziguri from Chris Jericho.
Who loses to an enziguri? Batista, apparently.
I don't know, Scott. It's not looking good for you. Here comes question number 4. What's going to happen? Are you ready to play Stump the Scott?
I named that whole match.
Scott.
The other one was
You
Orton.
named Jericho on the
The
other
other
team.
name was Orton on the other team.
Did you name Jericho on the other team?
Yeah, it was Benoit, Jericho, Maven, and Orton.
Yeah, Jericho. Sorry, Bud's trying to talk.
Scott, your question is, which superstar said the following quote? I am not the biggest, I am not the strongest, but I damn sure am the toughest. I will give you 4 names. You can choose between them. Again, I am not the biggest. I am not the strongest, but I am damn sure the toughest.
Just give him the 4 names. Why give
4
him
names.
choice?
Daniel Bryan, Jamie Noble, Dolph Ziggler, and Rey Mysterio Jr. 30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now.
For everyone at home, Scott cannot reach 500 unless he gets this question correct. And you call in for the audience bonus round.
Ooh, the audience bonus round. 860-384-7110.
I might need it if you want to call in.
Mario, Paul, John, Tim, anyone that can help Scott, a helping hand, call in now.
I know, he needs a lifeline. Scott, you want to call a lifeline?
You said Bryan, Noble, Ziggler, or who was the last one?
Rey Mysterio Jr.
That's not Mysterio.
Scott, time is up.
Final answer?
It's either Bryan or Noble.
Scott, final answer. 3, 2, 1. Scott has been eliminated for
No.
answer.
I'm gonna go with. Oh man, I feel like
This is a game show. This is the
Bryan or Noble. Bryan or Noble. I'm actually gonna go Noble.
The answer was Daniel Bryan.
Was it Bryan? It was Bryan, right?
Yes.
I even knew that. That was the only question Frank
Well,
asked.
it looks like it was another bad week to Stump the Scott. Maybe he does need that bonus round, 860-384-7110. I hope you've had fun here on Stump the Scott.
Wow.
When you've grown marijuana since 1873, you learn a few things about pride, about standards, about only growing the highest quality plants watered by pure Rocky Mountain streams. Some say Americans can't grow good marijuana anymore. We say, where you been, Rabbi? Kush, the Banquet weed.
To Be Blood podcast, the Banquet weed.
Yeah, the Banquet weed, but more importantly, I mean, something's got to give here, right? I mean, wow, something's got to give.
What is that?
I don't know
what. Yeah, what was that?
To Be Blood podcast. Get ready, because it's going down next week, episode 20. Make sure you follow us on social media at 2B Blunt Podcast, the number 2 on all platforms. Make sure you leave a review, subscribe to our podcast. I'm Peezy from Frank Knox and the Scott.
Somebody call and help the Scott get out of purgatory.
I'm begging you.
In come the thing called, I'm the original weed man. Played by the ragamuffin, cashed out bad. No grind now, we just crush it in our hand. And that's for why you have to understand. Do it,
Inhale the air, I feel your sweet sense of me. You make sense to me. You heard right, homegrown to heal the people. And it should be legal, but some still put up a fight. Not everyone can walk in the store, buy an ounce, nothing more. No dispensary to stock it. Here you got to hustle like before, just to score a little indoor. I know who's got it. Yeah, anytime I'm running dry, I never have to worry. I know just the guy. You'll always reply, so I can re-up on my supply. Give it up for my weed man. I call him when I need him. Always got the fire on deck. Yeah, he's my weed man. Chronic rolling ready when I see him, and he ain't ever let me down yet. Because sativa, homie's got what it takes to relieve ya. And no matter where I'll be, all I do is call. He gon' bring it right to me. He's my weed man.
always have it on deck. With enough respect, endless shine. See me, the original Dr. Green Thumb. Roll up the raw paper or blaze the chillum. See me, original weed man with the healing See me knocking at your front door ready. All type of strains, cause you know me think plenty. 300 acre in a humble county. Have me license, so me no afraid of federally. Them legalize the herb so you can burn it up front. We now sell you no Reggie, we no give you no skunk. Put the cushion on your grinder, roll yourself a good blunt. Red eyes of your eye for a month. Strictly cash on delivery. We put the package on a drone, get it rapidly. Sell you a clone, make you grow in your community. The weed man a enterprise, cause the hustle never die. You see?
My weed man, I call him when I need him. Always got the fire on deck. Yeah, he's my weed man. Chronic brody ready when I see him. And he ain't ever let me down yet. In the positive. Homie's got what it takes to relieve ya. And no matter where I'll be, all I do is call. He gon' bring it right to me. He's my weed man. I call him when I need him. Always got the fire on deck. Yeah, he's my weed man. Chronic brody ready when I see him. And he ain't ever let me down yet. In the positive. Homie's got what it takes to relieve ya. And no matter where I'll be, all I do is call. He gon' bring it right to me. He's my weed man.